everybody. Welcome to another episode of Altar Call. I'm your host, Tane, here with this week's offering of Welcome to Plathville Season 8. I believe it is episodes 4 and 5. But, we had a good time last time. Oh, wait, Brian is here. Hi, Brian. How
Yeah.
are
I'm good. I'm good. We were talking a second ago about how spring has just shown up. My son's obsession, we have a couple of ducks who move into our backyard every year to lay their eggs under one of our shrubs. They're back
you?
this morning. They're trying to figure out how to get in the fence. I'm just like, y'all fly, just jump over it. But
Oh,
that's going to be the obsession in our house for the next like 2.5 months. So I'm in a good mood today.
it's a good obsession. It's cute.
Yeah, they're very cute. Scared the hell out of me the first time. I was back there pulling weeds, and I'm like, what is this brown thing? Oh shit, it's a mom with like 9 eggs under her. So that was a little bit terrifying, but we're used to it now.
Aw, that's cute.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the last time we did it, you guys seem to enjoy it. So, and we can't escape it. If you're living on Earth, even if you don't watch it, you have to have heard about the summer house scandal. Like
Hmm.
it's the second coming of Scandival. And
It's worse to me.
I don't, I haven't even sat to even think about the degree of worseism, if it's worse or if it's not. But I think the difference is that we're getting leaks from the reunion. The
Hmm.
first leak I listened to, I'm like, who did this? Are they just wanting to get out their job? It's an easy thing to track. You can find
Hmm.
out who did it. Andy's talking about it, saying we know who did it. We're going to get more news. They're saying it's Jennifer Lawrence, that it was a fan who tracked it. We had it. Then we had a second leak. Then we had a third leak. I'm tapped out, guys.
Hmm.
I am not listening to any more leaks. I can wait for a reunion. I want to see what will happen. I am not impressed by what I'm hearing about Amanda, but she's doing what I thought she would do, which is
Hmm.
come and stand 10 toes down and act like she didn't do anything wrong. Now, I will say this: I am not listening to the leaks. Not like I don't judge anybody who does. If you want to, please. It's just like when you read books, and people, like my best friend, goes to the end to find out what the end is and then starts the book,
Oh,
which is
I can't do that.
ridiculous to me. I don't even know what
Diabolical.
I'm reading about. I don't even read the blurb. I just go in and like, oh,
Hmm.
this is what this book is about. I will say the one good thing about the leaks is, if at all, Bravo wanted to protect Amanda because In the City is coming
Yep.
and they were going to switch it out and have it whichever way they wanted to. Um, I'm glad we know now and we have reshaped however way they're going to edit it.
Yeah. Well, I will tell you, I have listened to all the leaks. I've listened to analysis of the leaks. I would like more leaks to come out. I heard this morning this person might have up to 30 minutes of leaks that they have prepared and ready to go. Um, my thing is, first of all, the reason I say it's worse, Raquel, Rachel, whatever, she was dumb. She was a stupid person. So like she couldn't think about what she was doing. She was like there was nothing going on behind her eyes. These two hatched multiple plans. This was covered up. This was lied about apparently for hours with Kyle. Like this to me is so much worse on a whole lot of levels because I believe that Sandoval was lying to Rock Rochelle, telling her, "Oh, we're basically broken up. She doesn't like me anymore. Whatever." Like this is not that. Number one. Number two, I am of the conspiracy theory that this is Bravo leaking on themselves. I think that the reason that we've not heard who it was, oh, we found out who it was, but you don't want to reveal even what their job was or anything, is because I think they're looking at this going, we have a month to go before the reunion. We don't want attention to die down. We don't want interest in this to kind of fade off. If we could do the reunion this week, the ratings would be off the fucking charts. So we have to kind of keep sprinkling shit along the way to keep the casual fans invested into what's going to happen. I think Andy is doing this. And you don't come for me if you listen. I love you. Keep on putting out good content. But to me, the fact that the first leak came out like 10 minutes after he was like, boy, that was rough. Like to me, that's like, okay, this was a step by step. The fact that leaks 2 and 3 came out after we caught this alleged person is like, so did you catch the wrong person? Did you catch him and like, I don't give a shit and I'm gonna keep on putting stuff out? It wasn't leaked for money. This wasn't like sold to TMZ. It was just given to people for free. All of this feels like an inside job to me. I want more of it. Keep this. I would take, if you wanted to do pay-per-view and let me watch the full 10 hours unedited start to finish, I would do that. Like, I want more of this. And like you said, I'm very happy they're not going to be able to give Amanda any kind of sympathetic edit now, or
Hmm.
West for that matter, who may or may not be on set. We don't hear his voice at all, basically, in these things. But
Hmm.
like, you can't now re-edit this to make it look like, oh, Sierra is unhinged and Amanda is like sad and scared and her mental health is in jeopardy here. She's coming off like a total asshole. And that's,
Yeah.
I'm happy that we get to listen to that.
Yeah. Um, I was in a world where I could consider that Bravo was the one leaking it, and I listened to Live on Air. She was on the podcast, the reality show producer, and she said the first leak maybe she think it was Bravo, but the fact that there was a second, there was a third, and she's like, they won't do that to themselves at this point. They are hurting themselves by doing the leak. So I was like, I don't know. I don't know anything. And y'all give Andy way too much credit. Again, Andy is the reunion host. He has the title of producer, but he's not as involved as he used to be. But every little
Well,
thing, everyone's tagging
yeah,
Andy online, blaming Andy. He is the face of the shows. I totally get it.
the
But
face of the
he
network.
doesn't have
I can't name one other Bravo employee.
he's an employee of Bravo. He literally took the Bravo out his name because he doesn't work there anymore.
Well, and the reason I blame him for most things is because Miami is not filming right now. And like,
That's
I
fair.
am of the belief if he decided we need to go cameras up, Miami needs to come back, it would happen. Instead, we got whatever that Aaron, I think, from Roni was
Aaron
on
Lee
in the
T.
crowd.
Yeah.
Like, for what? For, who's watching Roni from now? Like, give me Miami, Andy. You're doing this to me and it feels like a personal attack.
Oh gosh. I would never understand that take to put Miami on pause. I just
No.
if it really truly is because Todd is suing them and Alexia, take her off.
Yeah.
Take
Fire
her
her.
off. Yeah.
I don't like her anyway. Like, fire her. That's fine.
But you have so much material and so much stuff going on there, and you put them on pause a second time. And for me, it's just like, this is like, we're going to talk about Kaylin and Isaac, but it's like you break up with
Mm-hmm.
me out the blue the first time, then I take you back, then I break up with you again. Like, how am I going to
Yeah.
trust you? This is the second
Yeah.
time Miami is being put on pause. For what? And also, stick to the formula. Stop being greedy. Put it on Peacock and let it live.
Yeah. Well, I think
Let it live there.
that was their problem in the beginning because to me, that signaled to me that they believe this to be lesser Bravo. And like, it's not. It's better than most of the cities that they have going. But the fact that they brought it back on Peacock instead of putting it, on Bravo proper with like the big promotion and all that was kind of like, do y'all just not believe in this show? And
No,
then when I went to watch it, I'm like, holy shit, this is better than most cities y'all have.
yes, it is, but it's not reflecting, Brian. I think keep it on Peacock so it can be a big fish in a little pond. That way
Also
you
fine
can't,
with me.
yeah, because that way you can't blame it and say, oh, you're not doing the ratings, oh, you're comparing. Because the same thing as everyone is bitching about Beverly Hills, but they have the highest
Mm,
ratings. So everyone's talking about Miami, but we are living in our own bubble. People are not watching. It's just what it
it's
is. The
crazy
numbers
to
are
me.
reflecting it.
Why
So
aren't y'all
keep them
watching?
on Peacock where it doesn't matter, and then we talk about it so much that people want to watch it, and then you create the demand for it and leave it there. Don't
Yeah.
put it on Bravo for whatever thing that you're trying to do. But anyway, back to Summer
Yeah.
House.
Yeah.
When we talked about it the first time, I think we kept saying why. I don't understand the reasoning, but I still keep asking why. And I think the thing that gave me goosebumps the most was the ball game that they went to. First of all, Amanda
Mm-hmm.
puts out a statement saying that, "Oh, I'm going to be going out, guys. Please let me be. Let my mental health be because I want to go out and live my normal life." So they're going out. Fine. They're a couple. We get it. And they're at a ball game. And all of a sudden I don't even know if it was a kiss cam or they just
It
created their own
wasn't.
kiss cam, and
This was
they
just the
kissed
the
each
TV
other,
broadcast.
and the mouthing of the person who lip read and was like, act like you like
Mm-hmm.
me and all that. But I cannot tell you how much that kiss gave me chills because I'm like, they are doing this, they are intentionally doing this, and
They
this is
are.
so diabolical in that The first leak that I listened to, Amanda is saying you can't help who you fall for. Sierra, you said this. This is
How
evil
dare you?
to extrapolate something that Sierra was saying in terms of not loving versus loving, but loving versus loving. Like,
Right?
you can't help who you fall in love with, aka he happened to be a person that's outside my race.
Uh huh.
They have given you so many speeches. She has talked about this so many times, but you take it in your white woman entitlement to say,
Mm hmm.
no, I can't help who I love, even if it's the guy that has caused you so much pain. And I'm just like, Amanda, Amanda. And Amanda has been there all along. It
Mm
has
hmm.
been there. We just couldn't see it because her husband sucks up all the air in the
Yeah.
room and we don't forget. And I don't know if I should just confess that. No, I have kind of said it. I know you hate Kyle. I think
I
Kyle is
do.
a great reality star. I
Mm
think
hmm.
Kyle is a shitty husband to
Yeah.
Amanda, mostly because they're incompatible. But I have a soft spot for Kyle.
Well, here's what I'll say. An absolute reality TV star. The fact that this man is older than me and partying like I couldn't party 15 years ago is impressive to me. He's quotable. His energy is always high. Like he does what he's supposed to do. He's a terrible husband, and I'd argue a pretty shitty friend because of the way he treats Carl most of the time.
Well,
But
we can
like
talk about that.
yeah,
Mhm.
but he's good on reality TV. And I don't hate him in the way that I hate a lot of like full on reality TV villains. I like him more than I like Lindsay. I know that's a controversial take,
Yeah.
but I just kind of feel like you're right. You cannot help somebody that you are attracted to. We are attracted to whoever we're attracted to. Fine. You can help what you do about that.
Yes.
The fact that, I am coming up on 10 years of marriage pretty soon here, never cheated on my wife, never gonna cheat on my wife. Does that mean I haven't been attracted to anybody I've ever met in the last 10 years? No. Of course, there's people that I'm like, oh, that's a good looking woman right there. We have good personalities together. I am married, so I'm not going to do anything about that. And she's
Hmm.
like, well, what am I supposed to do? I'm attracted to him, so I have to have sex with him. And I'm just like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, it's just not
Yeah.
how
Am I
life
supposed to be
works.
single forever? And let's just go back to this because the whole talk about Sierra and West and this whole talk that they had, this time, and Sierra saying he's my person, and West
Oh
already
my
did an
God.
article saying we're just not each other's persons. I
Yeah.
can admit, I don't know what it is. Like, I'm glad Sierra is like, she's doing therapy, she's refining herself because I don't know what it is that has convinced her that Wes is her person. And someone made a good point on Threads where they were asking, have we ever heard of any boyfriend Sierra had? Because I'm like, is she just rusty at dating? And suddenly she meets Wes and is attaching herself to him, and now he's like, I don't doubt that they had a connection. I don't doubt, like, I don't think sometimes it's down to time because people are like, yo, it was just 4 months, it wasn't a big deal. We don't know, we're not privy to what happened. I'm not going to
She met his
downplay
family. Like,
what
come on.
happened with that, but I will say that it's over, it's done with. It's meeting families mean nothing to these people. I mean, look at Clay Thompson introduced Megan Thee Stallion, we saw it, it means nothing.
Well,
um, and this has been 2 years. Does Wes have the right to move on, as even though he's a shitty person? Yes, because
yeah.
it's done. Can you be respectful about it? You don't have to make out in front of her. Yes, it's a weird situation because it's a shared house and it's all that. I'm not going to take that away, but I think, like, I know everyone's saying like it's being exaggerated, like it was a 10-year relation. Look at 10 years with Kyle and Amanda. That has nothing to do with
No.
anything. They never connected and it's 10 years. It's not a time thing. Yes, there was a connection. Yes, it did not work out. Completely understand that a lot of them are downplaying it because that's just life. Some people are going to see it one way, some people are not going to see it that way. Now, my problem with Amanda is fine, you can't help who you love. You connected with a fellow person with low self esteem. There were
Hmm.
better ways to handle this. You
Much
could
better.
easily have called Sierra and said, hey, Sierra, I don't know what I'm feeling. I don't know what's going on, but I think I'm attracted to Wes. I don't know
Hmm.
how I'm going to act on it. Like, I know this is going to hurt you. If you don't, not, I hate when people say, if you don't want me to do anything, I won't, because you're a grown person. But there were better ways to come about it. Say it. If you and Wes are going to do a joint statement, you can have a joint conversation. Like, hey,
Hmm.
Sierra, outside of cameras, outside of everything, we just wanted to come to you. I know this is going to hurt you. Then you can say we can't help how we feel. We feel we need to explore it, but we wanted you to be the first to know and to hear from us. So you don't hear from anyway. I completely understand if you hate me. If you're having that conversation, you have decided that it is worth losing that friendship, right? It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But you told her. If Sierra does any interviews and she comes out, she cannot say they came to me without telling anyone, no cameras, privately. They told me about it. I'm pissed at it. That's on Sierra at that point. Still a
Yeah.
shitty thing to do,
Yeah.
but that's a way to do it. Now to come out and say, "What am I supposed to do? I was hiding. I can't be single. You want me to be celibate forever? You're celibate with your husband right now. Keep it going."
Yeah.
So
Right. You don't seem to be minded at all. Seems to be fine with you.
so um so it's just very I don't get it. I need
No.
to stop trying to get it. And it's expected that she's coming here to double down. But it's also saying the fact that she never considered Sierra to be her friend. It's just what it
Right.
is. Because first, what was it? Sierra tells us casually, and Sierra's at fault too. Don't keep a friend who you tell about their birthday party and you're like, I get it. She didn't want to come. It's a monumental birthday party. And
Yeah.
she just didn't want to come,
Didn't want to
like
come.
just because, and you say that
Yeah.
person is your friend. It's very weird. And then this episode where she decides that she's not coming, I don't even think Kyle knew. And if Sierra is really your friend and someone that you spend time with, you didn't text her, you didn't tell her that you weren't coming. Sierra had to call and be like, hey, are you coming? And she's like, oh, I'm just not feeling up to it. She had to call you. You don't consider her a friend.
No. No. And I'll tell you, she didn't come because she knew that West was going to talk to Sierra and she couldn't tolerate seeing that happen. Her boyfriend is over here talking to somebody else, and that's going to hurt her heart. Like that's all this is about. I think I am of the mind that they were hooking up for sure during that summer and perhaps in the spring leading into the summer. And I think that you watch the way that Amanda moves this season. Whenever West is around another woman, she gets weird. When West was weirdly like putting his feet on Sierra when they were playing that game and touching her arm, well,
Mhm.
now Amanda has to make out with Carl, with Kyle right in front of everybody. I have to kiss my husband now because I have to make you jealous. When West is over here making out with that unnamed woman and then like sitting on the chair with her, Amanda has to walk over, ask if she can sneak in for a cuddle, and say, "Look at my butt" when I walk away. Like she
When Dara
needs
came
to.
to,
Yeah, exactly. Whenever there is West is showing interest in another woman, she gets weird about it and has to like walk up and insinuate herself. And because that is her boyfriend flirting with somebody else, and she's acting like that's her boyfriend flirting with somebody else. And I
so
think that, this week's episode with her like not coming and all that, the smoking gun to me was Kyle's text. Again, Kyle's a bad husband, but like if I text my wife 4 or 5 times and there's no response, I'm calling the police. I'm like, check the hospitals. Was she in a car accident? Something. For her to just ignore all of his texts where he's like doing husband stuff. Hey, good morning. Checking in with you. How's the day going? I'm here. I'm going to bed tonight. And no response. And the one response we get is when Wes texts the group. I guarantee you, she and Wes were texting back and forth the whole fucking weekend. She wasn't ignoring his texts. Like,
yeah.
this is just gross to me, all of it.
I'm torn on that because I feel like maybe they weren't hooking up yet. I feel like Amanda was having feelings for Wes. Apparently, something about Wes. Everybody's in love with him, including Carl's
I don't
mom.
get
Like
it.
everybody just loves Wes. And I think that she was having feelings for him. I think maybe he hadn't caught on. I'm also torn between the fact that they hung out so much because Kyle was saying, like, oh, she hung out with Wes more than I did. And maybe they shared a kiss. And then they were like, oh, we can't do this, but then she realized, like, oh my
Mm-mm.
God, I have feelings for him, and she was holding on.
I
And
don't see either
then,
one of these two as the we can kiss and then stop. Oh, we shouldn't do that again.
really?
No, I'm pretty
Okay.
sure. I'm pretty sure once they kissed, their clothes just like blew off and they were having sex. Like I don't think that nothing about either one of these two shows me any kind of propriety about like, oof, that was a bad thing. We should stop.
Okay.
I just don't see it from these two.
Okay. Well, if we go with your theory and they were sleeping together, then it makes what Wes did all the way worse because we talked about this. And I remember saying that Wes is someone who's obsessed with coming off as a good guy. He's a
Mm-hmm.
fuckboy who just wants to come off as a good guy. So, what was the whole conversation with Sierra about? Because he looked like he was now freaking out after they had that conversation. And it's like,
Mhm.
oh my God, like what's happening? We're going on a double date. Sabrina is doing that. Just ask both of y'all to come. I will say this, Amanda's a shitty person, but she did have a
Mhm.
good point in her own self interest that I don't think they can be friends. Like Sierra
Well,
wants more than a friendship, and West. It's again different interpretations.
yeah.
Amanda is saying it because she's freaking out that she's losing her boyfriend, but
Mhm.
on our side, people with logic, it's also true. Like now I understand. I thought Sierra was doing too much, like keeping him at arm's length, being cold to him, but I understand why.
Mhm.
I don't think I truly understand how deep the roots of her liking Wes was. Like, she loved that
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. And we you asked before, have we seen her with boyfriends? Her picker is bad. Because
Just
before this, it
Austin.
was it Austin, and before that was Luke.
But they weren't
Like,
boyfriends. Luke is not. Is Luke bad? He's not.
he treated her bad. He's not a bad person. He
Okay,
treated her bad.
we didn't see their relationship. He brought her
No, but
after
we
they
we
were
saw
done,
that.
and we saw it through the
Yeah,
lens of Hannah. Hannah was,
yeah. Well,
you know,
Hannah's a whole other. But
so.
I don't know. I just
But they were
we've
not
not seen
boyfriends.
her. They
They
were
were not
not
boyfriends. Yeah.
boyfriends, not boyfriends. We've not seen her be into a guy who seems like he's going to be good to her. It's kind of what I'm saying here. Whether
Yeah.
they dated and was boyfriend girlfriend or not, we haven't ever seen her like pursue a man who seems like he's going to be good to her. Compare this to whatever the fuck is going on with Carl and Bailey. I want them to just hook up and get it over with at this point. But like, we've not seen any signs from Carl where he's like, I'm gonna treat you badly, or I'm
Hmm.
being kind of cold to you, or I'm doing any of this fuckboy behavior. He's like, no, I like you. You're really sweet. I think you're a great person. We haven't seen Sierra be with somebody like that. West did all that because he was trying to have sex with her. And she was like, I don't do that quickly. Like, I'm not. And then as soon as she did, it's like, okay, well, now we're done essentially. And so, like, I think that she's got bad taste is kind of, where I'm coming from here.
Yeah.
We don't see any evidence that she has good taste in men.
Okay. Let me take a quick break and I'll be back to share something I've been thinking about in terms of Sierra. Conversations about GLP-1 are all the rage these days, and it almost always centers around weight loss. It's been eye-opening to realize that there are way more benefits that go beyond the scale, like better lab numbers, more energy, and new levels of confidence. One of the scary parts about using a GLP-1 for most people are the self-administered shots because they can be intimidating. But guess what? Ro now offers the first FDA-approved GLP-1 pill for weight loss at the lowest cost around. That's one daily pill for fewer cravings and feeling fuller with an innovative new formula clinically proven to maximize weight loss. All this and more is why I'd go with Ro if I ever wanted to start a GLP-1 journey. Go to ro.co/alter to see if you're eligible for the new GLP-1 pill on Ro. That's ro.co/altar to get started on Ro. Go to ro.co/safety for boxed warnings and full safety information about GLP-1 medication. All right, and we're back. So in all of Sierra's reflection, right, and she doesn't have good taste, and when she talks about the fact that you can't help who you like, and she doesn't want to get played, by a white man on TV and stuff. And now we've listed like three men that she's had situationships with on here.
Mm-hmm.
I think the other question is something that hasn't been answered is she only drawn to white men? That's the other
Could
thing.
be.
And
Could
if
be.
you are, what is that like? If that really is a source of conflict for you, because she seems like she's struggling with it, like I don't want to be played. Do they really? I think in that her interview she said, was it Marie Claire, the magazine, where she said, you have to wonder, do you just like me? Is it like a fetish, or do you like other people who look like me? But
Mm-hmm.
do you explore black men? Are you exclusively dating white men? All we know is what we've seen, right? I'm sure her
Yeah.
life is bigger than that. I don't know. So that's a question to ask also, is do you exclusively only date white men? And if that is a
Yeah.
source of struggle for you, let's connect the dots. What's going on? What's
Right. Well,
happening?
and we have a very limited sample size because the only black man we've ever seen her around was KJ. But KJ is
And
a
she little broed him
yeah,
real
right.
quick.
I say KJ is aggressively good looking, especially compared to
You
West.
think
And
so?
Well, his body is weird looking because like he's got like a 12 pack, but also it like sticks out. So I'm just like, I don't know what's going on
Uh,
there. But
I've
I
never.
think I mean compare him to West. West can't dress himself, so like I think comparing the two. But there was never even like a ooh look at that guy. It was immediately like give him noogies and this is my buddy. So
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, and I guess if you want to say the only other non-white man we've seen her around was Imrul, but Imrul was busy having threesomes with anonymous women every night, so it doesn't really count.
mhm.
But like, I don't know if that's the case. But even if it is, again, Carl is a nice white man who has made overtures towards her more than once, and she's just like, no, I'm not into it. Totally fine. I wonder if she just likes a fuck boy more than anything else, which
Yeah,
that's a
it's a
problem.
combination. It's a combination of a lot of things. And I
Yeah.
don't know if I'll throw Carl in the pool. Like, he's on my list of I want to date, I want to date. Do you really want to date? I don't know. I don't
I
know
think
if
Carl's
you
afraid of women at this point. I think
really
Lindsay
want to
scared the
date
fuck out of him.
at this point. Um, we do need to mention a new development that happened a couple of days ago, which may explain why West was mute on the tape. Well, the first one that I listened to, it is that his grandma was murdered by his cousin.
Yeah, by his cousin apparently. Jesus.
That is a lot. Like, yeah, he did a shitty thing, but this is really terrible. No one deserves this.
No.
And that's like a whole different layer to stuff because you lose someone in your family, but then you lost them to someone else in your family. And it's
Yeah.
just what could have
And
been
see,
done because it seems like addiction was in play. I'm not sure. I don't know.
yeah. I mean,
But
I kind of always suspect that whenever there's like this kind of a situation.
yeah.
I thought, speaking of addiction, you were going to go to his showering problem. But this is much darker than that because that
Yes.
man loves a shower. Know what I'm saying?
Are you showering? Are you not? Well, is it that or he
I'm going to
showers in the
shower in the
pool?
pool, he said this
In the
week.
pool. He doesn't wash. And
No,
also, okay,
because he's
there are
not
many
taking
layers.
showers,
Yes, he's not, which is why I'm like Sierra. Ugh. And
right?
also, apparently, his nudes are around. There's too
I
much
have
going.
not seen them, but I have a friend who's like, yeah, it's sad looking. So like,
This is making it worse.
I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't get why anybody is drawn to him. I've never understood it. I'm like, yeah, he seems like an okay time, but I mm, I
Well,
don't understand any of the draw.
well, for someone who wants to be liked so much, I don't know what he thought was gonna happen with this. I think that's what I don't understand. Is like, what was the thought process? What were you going to do? Did you think people were just gonna accept it and that was it? I just you want to be liked. Like he can't stand the heat.
No. I think, and this is stupid, so hear me out. I think he thought Amanda, I can have sex with Amanda three, four, five times, and then just no one's ever going to find out about it, and we'll move on with our lives and whatever. Like I don't. I think he was just thinking, I think she's hot. I can bang her a few times, and then she'll just be on my roster, like all the other women, and it's not a big deal. Not realizing, oh, she's going to be like, I'm in love with you, and now you're my boyfriend. She was telling people at the bar, I know him because he's my boyfriend. Like, I think he thought one thing, she thought something else. They got found out, and now it's like, well, shit, in for a penny, in for a pound, I guess. Now we have to like play this thing out. I don't think it was a smart move, but I really do think he thought we could do this a few times. No one's ever going to find out. He was apparently hooking up with Sierra roughly around the same time. So maybe he was just thinking, yeah, I can do this a little bit and then I'll get back with Sierra and she's never going to find out. Amanda's not going to tell her. He's a
But
dumb person, I think.
but how can Amanda not feel weird about that he was hooking up with Sierra, so why does she think hers is real? And that goes back to the whole thing where I feel like she was just in a one-sided competition with Sierra
Yeah.
for
Well,
no
she's a pick
reason.
me. So
Yeah.
she needed to be picked. It's the same reason that she said that weird shit to Sabrina when she saw her. And like
Yeah.
she just needs to be picked. She doesn't like it when any of the men in the house are into anyone else. And even though she's married to somebody in the house, she needs to be like the object of every man's attention and obsession, and she acts accordingly. It's fucking weird. I don't get it.
Well, I'm glad the counselor pointed out, like, where is the romance in your relationship? And then she was laughing about it. She was like, "There's no
Then
rum,
why'd you
there's
marry
rum."
him then?
She wanted to stay on the show. I don't know. She just wanted to be
Yeah,
picked,
fuck, I
like you
guess.
said. She just
Yeah,
wanted to pick,
just
but
want
I
to be
don't know.
picked.
It's just like Carl and Lindsay. They're not compatible, but they had the good sense to break off. They didn't have
Well,
to
one of them
make
did.
this,
Lindsay
yeah,
was not okay with breaking it
a
off.
10-year relationship. So, okay, we could go on and on about this scandal because that's what's taking over, and that's why I'm just like wondering what the reunion is going to be about, and hopefully they touch on other
Hmm.
things. But believe it or not, guys, there's other things happening on on the show.
Turns out.
So I will say this. I think I told Brian, I don't think I talk about it a lot on the show, that this season of Summer House has been tough for me to watch because of, Mia talking about
Hmm.
her grief. It's unfortunately relatable content for me, and it triggers me. So I usually just wait a while and I watch it, but I appreciate her doing it. Like, she's putting
Yeah.
into words things that I feel. And the thing about grief is, like, sometimes you don't want to be the sad girl. So you are managing your grief and managing other people's, like, oh, don't bring it up. But it's just
Hmm.
with you and it sits in you all the time. When she said she feels untethered, I was like, that's it. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, it doesn't matter what you do. It's so tainted. It doesn't, nothing makes sense. It's like, oh, for what? You're never fully celebrating because, the person that loves you the most is not here
Yeah.
with you. When she went to the medium, I just, she's still early. It's been a couple of years for me. Again, it doesn't feel that way, but it's a while, but it's still
Yeah.
early. So I completely understand. I remember feeling that way. I remember just feeling like I need to see a medium right now. I need to, like, even if it's fake, even if they say one thing that nobody else might know and they know this will give me comfort. I mean,
Yep.
I was stopped by a family member. They're like, "You're gonna invite evil spirits into your house and
Oh
stuff."
boy. Well.
And I never did. But watching Mia, and I was just like, maybe I just find this person that
Yeah.
Sierra recommended and I could just try it out. All this to say is, like, what Mia is doing and saying, and like, it may seem like sad because I know in the confessional, she's showing what I feel sometimes, where she's like, I know you didn't sign up to listen to me cry, you didn't sign up to listen to me sad, but it's just hard when it's just always there and you have
Yeah.
to go through life without it. But she's representing, every time everyone said representation matters, representation comes in very different ways. And
Hmm.
I truly, truly appreciate, what she's doing. And in some way, Carl also still
Yeah.
talking about his grief
Very.
about his brother, because it's one thing to grieve a parent, it's one thing to grieve a spouse, but the other one is like a sibling. It's like the
Yeah.
whole, and it was just two of them,
Hmm.
and we
And
watched
died from what
him
could have killed Carl.
kill, exactly, where
Yeah.
it's a struggle. And I say this all the time, that I don't think the summer house housemates appreciates Carl's sober journey. It is not easy.
No. In this house, when people are showering left and right, it's got to be hard for him.
Did you say shower?
I did. People are taking showers all the time right in front of him. And he's sitting here like, I used to be addicted to showers.
Yes. So I
I
mean,
had a
that's the
crippling
other thing.
shower addiction.
As a sidebar, that's the other thing, guys. Don't forget, we saw Wes get his stuff in the
Hmm.
open.
We
So there's
multiple
that.
times. There's that
Yes.
video where it's on the outside of his nose, the video of him
Yes.
doing a bump in the club in front of everybody. Like,
So
no, this
there's
man has got a problem, I think.
there's that. Okay. So
Yeah.
anyway, so yeah, just going through that, I'm happy that, and I just think timing is everything, and I'm so glad that Mia and KJ joined the season at this time, because it's
Hmm.
just,
It's
rallying.
needed.
I do hope that Mia is not with her boyfriend. It's not it. Like, just cut it off. Like, he's not your guy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And it's really hard when somebody, I mean, being married to a restaurateur has got to be a horrifying life. They're never going to be around and they're always going to be stressed for years and years until this thing becomes like self sustaining.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's, you may love him, but he's not going to give you what
Yeah.
you want. Like, this is not
Can't.
changing anytime. And also, he just looks weird. So,
Yeah. He's got a weird
there's that.
face.
Yeah. Congratulations to Carl for his soft launch.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm never
you
going to
know,
go, but congratulations to him.
I would go. If I was there, I would go. I'll just budget and start saving now so
Yeah.
I can afford
$25
my
for a juice.
non-alcoholic drink. So to support. But I'm so proud of him. Like, I'm glad
Yeah.
that, he got to realize it. Like, everybody was giving him shit about it. And it was
I
nice to
was.
have a mini reunion all the people came for
Hmm.
him. Andrea, Danielle, Luke, like, everyone came out for him. So that was nice. Even Lindsay showed up.
Well,
Um,
where was Paige? Is my question.
Paige is too
Like
big
Paige
for
could
the
have come to this
show.
too.
I thought
Turns
about
out,
that.
yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
she,
I'm
but
like,
she could
I
be
don't get to see
there.
Hannah, but Paige could have been there.
You could also be there and not be filmed. Like that's been
True,
done. Renner
that's
showed up on
possible.
Beverly Hills at the whatever and was like, just don't put me in it. So,
Yeah, that's true. One of
um,
the workers could have came to.
so long. I think not. That did not end well.
Different
The
life.
interaction with Lindsay and her ex would have been mother-in-law was so
Hmm.
cringy.
That was
I think
tense. I didn't
Lindsay
like it.
has all the right to act the way that she did. I know she's being a sweet old lady and she's supporting her
Yeah,
son, but in the grand scheme of things, with the Carl and Lindsay thing, it wasn't all handled right. It was the right decision, but it wasn't handled well. What I
yeah.
don't know is I don't think the text that she sent to Lindsay was bad. I read it
I
and
don't think so.
reread it and I was like, I mean, I think that's the best it could
Yeah.
be. I don't think it was,
The
but
timing was unfortunate. That it was like
yeah,
2 months later or whatever. It's like if you want to say this,
yeah.
say it right away.
Or
Waiting a
don't say
couple of
anything.
months
Yeah.
or don't say anything. Yeah,
Yeah. The teddy bear, the hugs, all the
it's
jabs.
cute.
She just when is she going to stop jabbing Carl? I think is the thing. I don't know.
She's not
When
gonna. And
that's
the man is not defending himself at this
yeah.
point. So you're just beating a man who's like taking it.
I did think Mia was being weird to KJ about the whole Dara
Hmm.
thing, and I get it. Everyone seems to be so anti moving fast in the house.
I like Dara.
I people hate Dara. I don't know what it
I
is about,
know.
but again, yeah, I will
He's
keep
not
my
looking to like buy a
thoughts.
ring. They've been together for a couple months. This is his girlfriend. Like, why are you acting weird?
I know Mia's all like, you're younger, she might want you in different stages of life. I mean, how much younger? It's just
It's a
years,
couple
and
of
no one's saying
years.
they're
She's
getting
not
married.
48.
So they like each other, let them be together. If it doesn't work out, it is not the end of the world. I guess no
Yeah.
one wants another Sierra West situation. So
I
they're
guess. I
just
mean,
like,
this is not Joe Bradley and Countess Luann. Like that's weird. This is a couple of years apart. They act the same. Like they're on the same wavelength. If it blows up, it blows up. Like I don't
yeah.
fucking know, but like I don't see. I'm much more concerned about Ben and Sabrina because Sabrina's fucking weird. Dara seems great. I like her. I like them together. Get off his dick. Let him have fun.
I know. Sabrina is weird. I do think they were always together. And then Ben was
Yes.
like, okay, I can't fake it anymore. Just come on down and all that stuff. I know Ben
Yeah.
bothers people. Ben does not bother me. Oh, God.
He's a non-entity
People
to
are
me. He
gonna
might as well be Levi.
people are gonna get on me for like, oh, I like Kyle and then Ben. Like he's odd too. Like everyone's
Yeah.
saying Sabrina's odd. I'm like, he's odd too. And then they fit together. And for some reason, I like the fact that Sierra bonded with Sabrina, but I also know that Sierra's picker is off. So
Yeah, she has bad taste too. Her only good taste is Mia. So like
so that's going to be interesting to see how that relationship blossoms. But I do like the fact that Sarah is standing in her walk in being, she's not, what did she say? I'm warm, but I'm not fuzzy. Maybe she's walking and
yeah.
being fuzzy, but she bonded with Sabrina immediately, and we'll
Yeah.
see where that goes. And the whole Kyle Carl thing, I know Kyle was like, oh, we said non lover boy non alc was going to be here, it's not here, and it was like Kyle
It
is into
tastes like
himself.
ass, I bet. That's why it's not
Listen,
there.
in the last time I said that I feel like Kyle should have invested, and I think maybe I forgot that Kyle has been there for Carl in the times in his depths of the worst when Carl was deep in his showers.
Yes.
um
Yes.
Kyle did not break from him. Kyle kept him employed, Kyle kept him paid, and Kyle kept him floating. Maybe not to the best, like Lindsay was saying, that he was underpaid and he wasn't giving him the best, but still keeping him there. Kyle was the worst to him when he yelled like, when you were on cocaine, when you were this, knowing that he was sober.
Yeah.
Because Kyle's flaw is he cannot control his emotions and his tantrums and his stuff.
Truly.
I'm not
Jesus.
saying Kyle is perfect. Like, he has so much work to do, especially since you're older. You should be working on bettering yourself.
Hmm.
So, but I think they're in a good place. Someone Kyle put a post up for Carl and was like, "You're the best. I believed in you. I probably should have done something, but I was deep in mine. But I will always support you." And some influencer or creator said they went to soft bar and they had a lover boy non-alc, and he was
Okay.
there. And Carl also said like, "You've always been there for me, so we're
Well, and
brothers and we're there."
frankly,
So
this was also the soft launch. So it's not like they're open to the public yet. Maybe they just don't have the distribution deal in place yet. Who knows? But
Yeah.
also to me, I'm just like, you got some nerve. I'm not going to invest in your business, but your business needs to be paying me for what I am for my product. And I'm upset with you that you're not giving me money right now. Like, no, you could say, yeah, no, I get it. Like, I didn't invest in you, you don't want to invest in me. Like, okay, I'm upset about it, but like I'm not gonna be like, how dare you not pay for Loverboy in this? But you didn't give me any fucking money. So why am I obligated to have your nasty drink on my menu here?
Well, I mean, I had a thought, but I can't remember what I was going to say, so maybe it'll
And that's
come to
probably my
me.
fault.
But no, that's okay. But good luck to them. So far, the season is still giving, and we were here to talk Plathville, and here we are, 40 minutes in,
Yeah. Let's
talking
talk about these
about
weird
Summer
blondes.
House because there's a lot to go on. So okay, I will take a break and come back, and we'll talk about Plathville. Okay, Plathville. I had a listener shout out to you that sent us a timeline because we were talking about, oh man, has it been 5 years since they separated? Who knew that time flew so
Mm-hmm.
fast? 12/23/21, legal separation date.
Okay.
6/10/22, Kim gets a DUI and gives Ken's address as residence. Six twenty
Wow.
six 22, Kim files for divorce. 6/28/22, Barry and Kim announced their separation in People magazine.
Weird. People magazine, huh?
Like,
It does. I mean, that whole time right after COVID, during COVID, it's all a big blur.
yeah,
Like that might as all happen in like 1 week. It's just who knows. Around that 2 year span is a weird time.
yeah. But I mean, to me, I always say this, that time is a construct
Mm-hmm.
because who knew either way? Even this being at like in 2022, it feels like it was just yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feels like it was
And
a
it
season ago.
Yeah. And in addition to that, the listener is shout out to Wendy. It was Wendy RHPS also said that Mariah also worked at Giorgio's before moving to Montana because we were saying like Lydia and Kim also worked there. And she posted in January 2025 that it was her last day and she had been there for a year. So
Okay.
y'all are the best listeners. Thank you for that timeline because I definitely did not know that. So
No, and I wasn't going to do the research.
okay. This episode, I was telling Brian before we started recording, it felt like a filler episode. It wasn't really much and it was focused on Ethan. So we're just gonna break it down into Ethan, Barry, Mariah, and Isaac. And
Yeah.
starting with Ethan. Ethan is not okay, guys. I
Nope.
just Ethan is not, he gets worse every season. He doesn't know how to regulate. He doesn't know how to communicate. He doesn't know
Mm-mm.
how to process. So a lot of that, put that all together, it does not come out okay.
No. And there really should be a spooky Jordan Peele soundtrack whenever he's on screen. This dude is spooky. He's a creepy dude. We're going to talk about all his creepy ass behaviors. But like, yeah, it's weird because we didn't see him be like this emotionally wrecked from Olivia. Like he was bummed, he was mad at her. But like this seems like this man is like distraught over what happened with him and Teegan.
Well, I think he'll be distraught because much like, you know, Rhode Island, right? Rula, I didn't know, has
Oh
had a
my
divorce
God.
before. So it's something about it being the second, especially when you grow up in like religion or culture where it's
Yeah.
like taboo, where you're like, I cannot have another one because at that point I have to check if I'm the problem. So
Yeah.
he's more
No, that's
distraught,
true.
like, I can't have another breakup because otherwise other people or other men his age would be like, well, I'm a free agent. I can do whatever I want.
Yep.
But for him, he
Look at
was
Micah.
raised up in a constricted, religious way. And he's just like, I can't have another breakup. I can't do this again. Communicate and share
Yeah.
my feelings. No.
My God. Yeah, I don't know if it's because he's just really into big old titties and like Tegan has some of those, but he is unable to focus on anything else in his life. This man said, I will give you my business. You'll be set for the rest of your life. You'll be turning down business. Yeah, man, I got to move to Wisconsin for this girl that doesn't like me anymore. Like, what? you think about your future, man.
Yeah. Like, you have an opportunity to do the thing that you love
that you
and
love,
you
and
can
it's not
focus and
starting it
be
from
with your
scratch.
family. Yes, you don't have to do
Yeah.
all the grunt work. He will hand it to you, even put your name on it. And
Yeah.
it's just like, no, she wants me to be here, so I got to do that. Then you have to start over all over again. Listen, we're saying that Ethan is not okay. I That does not stop people. I don't doubt that his DMs are flooded
Oh,
with women. I don't doubt
weird.
that. I don't doubt. Listen, people in prison get prison letters, so
Yeah,
I
no, I
don't
watched
doubt,
After Lockup. You're right.
yeah, that Ethan's
He owns one
um
shirt.
DMs are flooded. I mean, even the guy in the business said I can make it that you could wear black. And
Yeah.
we're the
If
same
somebody
thing.
if somebody offered to hand me their thriving t-shirt company, I'd be like, "Great. All of my stress is gone, y'all. Like I am ready to go." He's like, "Nope, can't do it. Don't want to take over your business. I got to go to Wisconsin." I was like, "I
That's
don't understand what
crazy.
you're doing."
I bet the producers are like, oh my God, yet another move we have to add to the budget. Because now we have to
Right.
film in Montana. Now we have to film in Wisconsin, then Tallahassee, then Cairo. Like, guys, pick a place.
Yeah.
All of them have
Settle
wanderlust
down.
because they're running away from their trauma. But
Yep.
anyways, Ethan has decided that he's moving. Not going to tell her that he's moving. He's going to get a place. He's going to move. He's going to sign a lease. And then he'll maybe tell her that he's moving. He gets her some flowers. And he stops by the shop and they're asking, oh, what did you do? Why didn't you do that? And I was going to ask you, is there a chance that this is a reality storyline and they were already back together?
There's always a chance. I would say if that is the case, she needs to pursue a career in acting because she had me convinced she was disgusted by this man when we first saw them together. So like if that's the case, I judge her because like what are you doing? But
Okay.
like wow,
Okay.
I it's possible.
Okay, so I asked this question because again, remember, I'm taking notes consecutive as the episode is going. I hadn't watched it to the end. By the end,
Hmm.
I was like, "Oh, it's not a storyline." She don't like this man. She had no idea
No,
because I was like, "Why is he so confident? Why is he moving here? Why is she coming here?" But at that point, I was like, "Okay, maybe they just needed to stretch it out, but they were already together. But that's why he's confident enough to move
he's
and to come
delusional.
here." But by the end, she's just like, I don't know what he's doing here. He's saying it. Okay, sure. We're not together,
Yeah,
but okay. So I'm
I
like,
don't
okay,
believe him.
it's not a
Yeah,
storyline. So he finally calls her because coincidentally he happened to drive past her just as the producer is like, your car is kind of unique. She knows you own this car, right?
this car is
And
one of one, huh?
again, for anyone who's new to this show, they were not raised with other people. They were raised with just
No,
them and their siblings on a farm. So their socializing skills or social skills are very, very stunted.
they're
Their social
odd,
skills, their
all of them.
communication skills. So Ethan is still playing catch up, which is what he should be doing instead of devoting so much time jumping from relationship to relationship. It's just
Hmm.
figuring out stuff. Basically, my point is Ethan misses social cues a lot. He doesn't
Yeah.
get it. Even the most obvious things, he doesn't get it.
Yeah, well, yeah, and the producer being like, "Hey, isn't she gonna recognize your car?" I think any normal person would go, "Yeah, I'm basically driving around in a car with like a giant neon Ethan Plath is driving this car sign above it. Maybe if I want to be incognito, I should like rent a car one town over and like drive around in like a Corolla so she doesn't know it's me or whatever."
Yeah.
He doesn't get that.
Well, he finally calls her and he's like, hey, I'm here. And she's like,
Oh my
oh.
god.
And then I'm like, okay, well, again, this is not fake. She doesn't seem to know. Like, okay, what do you want?
Hmm.
He is as awkward as possible. And even worse, when he ends the call, he's like, love you, bye. And she's like,
Yeah.
huh?
What? Why didn't you prepare what you were going to say? Like, why didn't you think this through? Hey, if she answers, here's what I'm going to say. You had that whole drive from Georgia to Wisconsin to think about a script of what you're going to say when you talk to her, and you just decided to wing it. Like, and you
Well,
came off like a weirdo.
he did say, some may think this is impulsive, but I have thought about this for months and months. And you
No, you
still
haven't.
had no solution. You still
No.
had no solution. But Tegan is suspicious and she's texting him like, okay, what is it about tomorrow? Because when he called, he's like, oh, I have something tomorrow. Let's meet tomorrow. And she's like, what is it about? Like, I don't like now I'm freaked out because you just
Yeah.
leaving hints and I don't want to sit here and wonder. But he doesn't know how to communicate. He's sweating every little
Mm-mm.
thing. He's like, oh, I need someone to talk to. And who does he call? Kim Plath. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great idea, huh? Like, I
Uh-huh.
mean, if there's
The
anybody in that family I'm going to call for advice on what to do with women, I'm going to call up Micah. Like, he's not great at it, but he's had more success than anybody else. So, like, call him
suc
up,
success in quotes, guys.
right? And then Mike would just be like, I don't know, man, just like be hot in front of her. She'll fall for that. Like, that's his only move. Take your shirt off. That's all you got to do.
So he calls his mom, and Kim is like, "Does she know you're in town? No. Does she know
Nope.
you're in town tomorrow? No. Does she knows you're meeting her at the park tomorrow? No."
Nope.
Kim says, what are you doing?" Kim says, "Okay, just tell her that you are delivering flowers to her at the park tomorrow so that you she knows it's something nice and she doesn't think it's like you're gonna accost her like
Yeah. You're going to
in
pop up
the
with a
park
knife? Like, what are you
by
talking about?
yourself. And then when it is you, then that would be a surprise. I'm glad she didn't say pleasant surprise. And that would
No.
be a surprise, but it's very important for you not to lie. So he's crafting a text, he reads it out, and then, it sounds decent. And then he sends it to her. Then he says, "A few close friends of mine say I should just move on." I'm like, Ethan has close friends.
That one guy he plays guitar with sometimes, and then the
Who
dude he
are
works
they?
for, I guess.
Jeez.
That's
The
it.
dude he works for was like a paid actor found on Craigslist. He was so
Yeah,
animated and just
he
like,
was. What's her name?
"So, what's going on?"
The one that got me, we said, "What's her name?" Teegan. Teegan. Oh, wow. I'm like, all right, man. Why don't you calm
Yes.
down?
So Tegan shows up, and then Ethan, we say he doesn't have social cues, but I think he just, wants to show him when he wants to. He had cut
Hmm.
off their mic. And then the
Yep.
producer didn't find that out until they walk up
Producer
and
was
the
mad.
producer's like, "They don't have their mics on. They don't have their mics on." And then they
The
get into
fuck is
his
he doing?
car. We get like a card. They get into his car and then they just chat and we don't know anything. I mean, kudos to the producers for not just like, "Oh, maybe they did and we didn't see." Just walk up to the car and be like,
Yeah.
"Wind down, put your mic
Roll that window
packs
down.
on."
I know it's 40 degrees. Roll that window down.
But we do get a card up on the screen that says they chatted privately for an hour and they left separately. Very
Yeah.
important to note that they left separately.
Yes.
The next day, we see them on the lake together. Ethan tells us it was nice to talk about everything. He's told her everything. Tegan is like, "Yeah, it was nice seeing him, but we're not dating. Just FYI,
No.
just in case."
No.
And she tells the producers, "My deal breakers and what I told him is I am not going to date him if he is not here or near here and if he's still married." She's
Yep.
very confident that he's not married. He can move, but he's not married, so we're not dating. And the
Yeah.
producer said, "Is he still married?" And she says, "Far as I know."
As far as I know. Pretty sure.
So she doesn't seem to believe that he's moving here. Like, honestly,
Uh-uh.
she is so nonchalant. Like, I'm just like, if I was Ethan, I was like, I'm going back to Carol. Bye."
Yeah, she's literally in pajama pants. Like, I'm not taking anything this dude is doing seriously.
Yes. Yes. So they do end with the fact, like, I mean, they're leading up to the episode. I don't know if she's contractually obligated to go, but they're all going to Montana to
That's
see
weird.
Mariah. And she says she knows she can be friends with Ethan, but he can't. So basically, she's the West and he's the Sierra. And
Yep.
he's convinced that that's his person. And she's just like, I don't,
Like,
I'm just hanging
I was
around.
doing fine.
So looks like she's gonna be the next Veronica. She's just really gonna
Yeah.
hate this family, and they're gonna turn on her and then say that she's the worst because we're already getting some little breadcrumbs towards that. So
Yeah. Kaylin's involved for some reason, so.
yeah. So speaking about Montana, we do get I think they're setting us up for Montana. And we see Mariah telling us that she's enjoying Montana. It's giving her confidence and she did it on her own. But no, not really on my own. I had people and God. She needs to add some
Yeah.
volume to her voice. Only Janet Jackson can get away with that.
Yeah, full whisper at all times. I will say, she also needs to show Emma how to wear a wig. Her wig is placed properly. It's not down on her eyebrows. It's up where her hairline's supposed to be. So, like, I like that she has her wig looking right. But I don't. My first thought was Montana's big as hell. Where are we in Montana? You can't just say Montana. Like, Montana's enormous. So, like,
Why do
I'm
we need
just curious where
specifics?
she is. I don't
You
know. The same reason we
We'll
say
find
Eastern
out.
Wisconsin. I'm
We'll find
curious.
out. I didn't care that much. But she's with her dog, and it just
Yeah,
seems really cold. They're all
it
just
seems like
seem
it's
really
freezing.
cold. She is the one family member who thinks that Isaac made a mistake in breaking
Yeah.
up with Kaylin. She does have good insight saying, like, I know he thinks he's not ready for certain things, but you're never ready. Sometimes you just have to jump in. If you're waiting to be ready, you'll never be ready. And it's a huge contrast because 2 episodes ago, we saw Lydia saying, like, oh, I think he did the right thing. He should be young. And I think you said this, Brian. I almost called you Barry, but you
Oh.
said this, Brian,
Oh no, don't do that.
because I'm going to talk about Barry. But I think you said this where we don't know if this is indicative of where Lydia's mind space is about her marriage. Like, she
Hmm.
idealized marriage and now she's just like, huh, was I too
Yeah.
young? What did I get myself into? So we don't know if she's
Yeah.
projecting that into that. But we also found out in episode 4 that Kim thinks it's a good idea
Hmm.
for him to break up because now she's realizing that having sex before marriage is better.
Yeah.
Okay, like I don't.
Well, listen.
Okay,
Her conclusion is correct. Her reasoning, it feels like she's trying to cover her tracks here a little bit.
yes,
Like her conclusion is basically like it's better to have sex before marriage so that way you don't get married just to have
marriage too.
sex.
Yes,
Realistically, it's better to have sex before marriage to make sure you're going to be sexually compatible with the person you're going to be with for the rest of your life. But with her, it's like,
hmm,
well, I just think that, and you could take this however you want to take it, but it sounds a little bit like she's saying, well, Ethan got married just to have sex, and then Lydia got married just to have sex. I don't want my other kids to be doing that.
yeah,
But like, no, she's right for the wrong reasons. Also, if she was living with Ken when she got the DUI, they were having sex before marriage. Like,
yeah.
stop it, Kim.
I think I just want to point out, like I always say this, whatever anyone's beliefs are, they're allowed to do that. If you waiting till marriage or not waiting to marriage, it's your choice. I think my problem with Kim is like she doesn't know how to reconcile the fact that she raised them one way, she has now
Mm-hmm.
changed her mind, and then she's just act shocked when they do things that are a consequence of how she raised them. So I
Exactly.
don't know. I don't even know what the right thing is because she's allowed to change her mind. She's allowed to grow too. But it's
Mm-hmm.
just how do you place that to kids that you've already raised?
Yeah, who
I
are
don't
grown
understand
now.
it. And she says it matter of factly without putting that part in, and that fact that I raised you this way. So
Yeah.
I understand where you're coming from, but here's where I'm coming from. She just says it like, well, don't do that to have sex, but how would they know? You told them
Yeah.
not to have
I
sex
mean,
before marriage.
you can do that with Huey, Dewey, and Louie, the little ones. You could change how you're raising them now, and sort of, we thought one way and now we know better. But when the kids are grown, it's a little bit late to be like, yeah, actually, all that shit I told you your whole life, never mind that. And if you still believe that, you're wrong. And I'm like, well, you told them these things. This is how Lydia is exactly the kid who grew up the way that you wanted her to grow up and takes this stuff very seriously. And now you're
But
like, don't take it seriously.
But also, Lydia is not, I mean, Kim is not interested in parenting. She's just interested in being
No.
friends with her kids. So
Yep.
that's the other thing. So I don't know. She
Yeah.
annoys me. I also don't understand the timeline of Kim finding out about Isaac's breakup because we saw her talking to Lydia when she was getting the haircut. But then in the
Yep.
episode after, we saw her walking with Isaac and saying, like, oh, I walked in and Kaylin was there and she was in tears. I'm like, wait,
Mm-hmm.
what? So someone made an error
Yep.
somewhere because she's acting like she just found out with that. Okay, so that's Mariah. We're gonna get more Mariah when the boys show up with their girlfriends in Montana. So
Yep.
I
Their
feel like Mariah
ex-girlfriends.
is probably I feel like Mariah is probably dating someone, and then we're gonna find out like years later and be like, oh, we've been dating for a year, but after my past, I wasn't sure, so I didn't want to bring him on camera.
I-
Speak up.
my my conspiracy theory is she's back with Devil in a Suit and Tie, and that's why a
Mm.
song never got released.
Ha, 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 ha. Really quick with Barry Platt Daddy. We are immediately like just thrust to Barry at a hit class with two
Yeah.
instructors that don't look like they can do any of the instructions they're giving
No.
out. Um, yeah, that was
That
a
man in the
choice.
pink shirt has not done a sport.
I think the man in the pink shirt has probably done a sport compared to the other one who was on his phone the whole time
Yeah,
and
that's
decided
fair.
to wear a tight fitted shirt that showed
Yeah.
everything hanging
You're gonna
out.
be on TV, you gotta show it off.
Yeah, I was just like, but that was a choice. Anyways, we have some lady named Allison and another lady basically lusting over Barry in the confessionals and saying like, "Oh,
Yeah.
he came, we thought it was cool, but then he just came one day in a tank top, and then we started calling him Plath Daddy. He has no idea that's what we call him, and then they bring him over and they tell him, "Oh, you're Plath Daddy," and he's like, "Ooh, oh," and then he tells us that they love the bulging biceps. Ugh.
Listen. He is ripped for a man of his age. And like I said, there is that thing in anime where there's a super old man takes off his shirt and he's got like a 12 pack and he's gigantic. I think that's what happened here. He still has that face. And so like that should throw these women off to be like, yeah, his body is in incredible shape. That face is creepy though.
But can I tell you, like, the face is creepy, but I can see the appeal. I don't find him attractive, but I can see, like, they have attractive children. It came from somewhere because he
They
has the
do.
dimples. He has the dimples too. And
Yeah.
I can see, I mean, they're in Cairo. Shout out to, shout
He's
out to
probably the
Cairo,
sexiest man in
though.
Cairo.
So I can see the appeal, is what I'm saying. Is like,
You know
he's
what?
not.
What bothers me as a proud bald American, just shave the little cul-de-sac you have. Like
No.
he's mostly bald.
Yeah.
It's a Geno situation. Just
Yeah.
shave it off and come on home. You're gonna look a lot better that way than with the Dr. Phil you have on right now.
Yeah. A last thing with Barry is one of the instructors, like we mentioned, that I think this one, he has no neck too. That was just
Yeah.
okay. Anyways, moving on. The shocker that Barry shares his alleged tale of being ready to date because oh my god, he would tell anyone who has ears. He's doing everything but dating. He met with
Yeah.
a matchmaker the other time. I'm just like, stop going through the
Sandra
motions.
Bullock type.
If you don't want to date, don't date. Please. I beg you.
Yeah.
I beg you. But I
Totally
don't know.
fine if you don't want to date.
Sandra Bullock type, but next week we see him with a blonde yet again. But okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
The blondest woman I've ever seen in my life.
oh, we didn't talk about the juicer.
Oh, yeah,
That
for what?
fake storyline. He just
Yeah.
came to hang out with Ken. Their house looks a mess. I don't know
It's a
what's going
mess.
on. If Ken's not doing anything during the day, he can clean up. But that house looked creepy in a messy
It's
way.
trending towards hoarders.
And I don't know why Barry just can't go buy a new juicer. He had to come get one in an open Amazon box. And all of a
Right.
sudden, Kim is like, I'm gonna go back on my health kick. I want my
I'm gonna start
juicer.
juicing.
And then that's gone and she has
Well,
a problem. Like none of you
and
can buy a juicer. I don't
no,
know.
the way they talked about it, I thought it was gonna be like the size of a kitchen table. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
this is like the granddaddy of all juicers. I'm like, it is no bigger than like a shoebox. This
Yeah.
is not some gigantic juicer you're talking about.
Yeah. Okay, let's wrap things up with Isaac. He meets up with Kaylin and when he dressed like an adult Boy Scout with his little
These
brown
people all
shirt,
have
the
uniforms,
hat.
all of them.
I know
God,
they
they're always
do.
with a tucked in flannel and some cowboy boots that have dirt all over them. Like, you don't have any sneakers?
um, she's very focused. He lays out his spiel. I don't know. I was freaked out and yada yada yada. And she's just focused on like what was he overthinking? Like what you keep saying you were overthinking stuff. Like what was it?
Yeah.
And he's like, I know I want marriage eventually. Like, did you think that I wanted marriage now? And he's like, oh, you're older. Again, guys, he's 19 or 20 now. She's 22.
Yeah. They're
It's
like a year
not
and a half apart.
it's not like 30 and 19 or something like
Right.
that. And then she's like, I know my worth. One conversation is not going to change anything. He's like, I'm going to do anything just to prove to you that I want you. She
Oh my
tells us,
god.
like, I know I still love him and I want to set boundaries, but boundaries be damned, guys. All it took is 5 minutes. She's like,
Yeah,
okay,
it was whole
we're
hands.
back together. Then she tells us, I'm not going to drag it out. It's not fair to me. It's not fair to him. So, okay. But my thing is, how do you recover from this? Like, he blindsided her.
Yeah.
She's not going to
Well,
feel secure.
I am reminded of what a mess my and all of my friends' relationships were when we were 20 years old too. Like, I don't think I had any friends when I was in college who did not go through this sort of a spur of the moment. I got emotional and freaked out and broke up with her, and now I miss her, and we're back together next weekend, and like we're gonna act like it didn't happen. Like that was just a cycle of dudes that I knew when we were 20 years old, and so like I'm not surprised that he broke up with her and like instantly regretted it.
Hmm.
And 3 or 4 days later, she's like, okay, we can get back together. Like, yeah, that's what happens when you're that young and stupid. Like, of course
Yeah.
that's what's going to happen.
Okay, that's true. There's not as much weight when you're an adult to it. So, and
Yeah.
they probably have three more in them.
Yeah. They probably broke
Perhaps.
it up today and back together tomorrow.
Uh-huh. There's some weird music playing in the background as they make up, and I'm like, what is this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Here is my question. I have asked this, and I am asking again. Are Isaac and Kaylin saving a kiss or saving their first kiss for marriage? We never see them kiss, or
It's
they don't want it on
entirely
camera.
possible. Yeah, because there were multiple moments in this episode where a kiss would be the logical thing to happen. It's a little bit like watching Love on the Spectrum when we can all go, this is the moment where y'all make out, and they just don't understand that's what you're supposed to be doing right now sometimes. It's like when they were sitting down on that bench, that's when you're supposed to have a kiss. When she
Mm-hmm.
comes over for the date that we're going to talk about, you
Mm-hmm.
kiss in the doorway. You kiss when you guys are making your painting. Like there's moments to do it, and they just don't do it.
They don't. They
I
hug
can imagine
awkwardly.
him. Well, yeah, I can imagine him saving it. I don't know her background like that. I don't know. She doesn't come off to me as somebody who's like super religious like he is.
She
So
does.
like, does
That's
she?
the
You think
only
so?
reason why he can call her parents. Only
I guess that is
like
true.
super religious people do things like that. It fits that
Yeah,
dynamic where,
that's true.
oh, he looks so distraught. Only like I feel like only religious parents were like, oh, he's distraught. Don't be so hard on him. And then you
Yeah.
call, and it's part of what he likes about her. They look like a family. Like, oh, they need to come from a good family. So I don't
Yeah.
know.
No, that is true. I guess because she hasn't mentioned it the way that like Zach brought it up on his own, I'm like,
Hmm.
oh, I wonder. But no, you're absolutely right. Because like I would never have called my ex's parents when I broke up with her. I'm just like, oof, I hope I never see them again. Like that'd be awkward for me.
Yeah, so that's my only thing is like two things. Are they saving it, or is she like, I'm not gonna do that on camera. Like we're just gonna hug. But
Yeah.
then the preview for next week, wasn't there something about a if I was a horse who's riding and I thought they
Yeah.
looked
I'm
and
not
they were
sure
like
what weird
Kaylin,
ass game they're playing.
maybe we'll find our answer next week. So we'll see. We'll see
We'll
what
see.
happens. Okay, Isaac is also in a flower giving mood like his brother, and he is in Kim's rental. Kim has a rental that
Yeah, it
she
used to be
still
the dance
has.
studio.
I know it was a dance studio. I think Barry got it for her, but I'm like,
Yeah,
she still has it. I thought she was in debt and needed money, and then she was just like
that's her income
sold it.
stream.
Okay, good for her.
Renting
But
this place out.
it's clearly empty because
Yeah.
he's using
Who's
it
going to
for
Cairo?
romantic gesture. Well, now that people are there, they might want to drive by their house and stay in her rental.
I
But he wants to
guess.
do something romantic for her. He got her a paint by the numbers of a portrait of them because before they broke up, she got one and she threw it in the dumpster.
Hmm.
And this is where we also find out that they're going to Montana. She's like, "Oh, it's been a while since I've seen Mariah. I'm excited. I want to go." So they are going. And then Kaylin drops the casual, I'm excited to see Teegan. I mean, I want Ethan to be happy, but there's certain things that she has done that I don't agree with. And in case we missed it, she goes, Teegan, that is, things Teegan has done. And I'm like, okay, way to
Back to
breadcrumb. We're
OnlyFans
going to
again.
wait. So now we're going to wait to see what it is that she's done. And then in the preview, we see that Isaac is like, why are you here if you don't even want to be here? Tegan doesn't want to be here. It's Veronica 3.0 all over again because it's Olivia,
Well, it
Veronica, and then
is with Tegan though. Okay, first of all, unless she is contractually obligated to go on this trip, she should not be going on this trip because you can't escape. It's not like, oh, we had a fight. I'm going to go to my house, whatever. You're stuck in Montana with this dude who is weird, who decided I'd rather sleep in my car in jeans than stay in a
oh,
hotel room,
crazy.
which leads me to believe he did that every night on the way up there. That he didn't stop. You're not driving from Georgia to Wisconsin in a day. So like he
Yeah.
was stopping along the way to sleep in his car. She doesn't like him. She doesn't want to be with him. I think that she's kind of sitting here like, well, whatever, like if everything goes perfectly fine, and if not, I'm not, obligated to do anything. But she's gonna get up there and see that he's gonna be treating her like his girlfriend right away. And like
Yeah.
everything is fine. And she's not gonna like that. So like I wouldn't have gone on this trip.
So when I say 3.0, we later found out that, I mean, Olivia was contractually obligated to film, but I mean, like,
Yeah.
people who don't want to be there but are there, because
Yeah.
Veronica never seemed like she wanted to be there, and it was just became the family against them, because we already see Isaac saying, "Why are you here? Why did you come
Yeah.
here?" And Isaac can't control his
I'm also
emotions either.
curious.
So that's what we're gonna see, and hopefully they let us know the things that she has done, because
Right.
Ethan, he ran all the way, told Tegan, and Tegan was like, "I don't like that." So I don't know what that
Yeah.
is, but the
I don't
drama
know.
never stops. But I mean, good for them, because we thought this season was gonna be about Lydia. It's still
Yep.
coming. Zach is in tears.
Oh. Well, Zach is in tears because it seems like the two of them are just condemning everyone to hellfire and brimstone for not being godly enough. And I'm like, yeah, you're gonna piss everybody off if that's what you're doing.
Yeah. So we still got some juice in this show, so we'll see
Mm-hmm.
where it is. But that was it for now until the next two episodes, and we'll be back to talk about it. Brian, can you share with people? Oh, well, did you have any final thoughts?
No. I mean, like I said, we need to re-edit this to make it as creepy as it is with Ethan. The other thing, my only other thought with him, I am a flower giving guy. I give my wife flowers all the time. I know if she's having a rough day, she'll come in the house, there'll be flowers in a vase, whatever. Put them shits in some water. You cannot just have roses in your car in 40-degree weather for 2 days and not give them any water.
Brian, you're asking for too much. Remember, they're still like learning about society and things.
He knows what
So,
a flower is.
yeah,
Just
but
like,
I don't know.
get a glass of water and put them shits in some water. They're gonna be all dry and crispy when you give them to her. But he's a weird guy. He only owns one shirt, so I'm asking too much from him, obviously.
Yes. Okay. All right. Well, share with people where they can find you.
Yep, I am host of Maths Virgin. Kim and I were talking about what we were going to cover next, and the response from our audience was overwhelming and angry that we might not do Maths again. So they have demanded Maths Boston. We're going to do Maths Boston. I was pushing for Real Housewives of Rhode Island because, God, what a fucking first season that is. But people rebelled. And they were like, absolutely not, do Boston. So we're going to be talking about episode 1 of the Houston reunion today. So we have one more week to go of that, and then we're going to jump into Boston. So if you guys don't listen yet, this is a good time to go ahead and start. You can follow us on Instagram and Threads at Maths Virgin, and then join our Facebook group, the Maths Virgin Fan Club. We talk maths, but also just kind of reality TV talk in there.
Awesome. Also call MAFS. You can find me on all the socials, Blue Sky, Threads, Instagram. I mostly live thread when I'm watching stuff, so you can hear all my thoughts on there. Please give me a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and stay subscribed. I welcome all your comments, questions. Always love to hear it. Let me know what you think about this show, about any show, and I will respond to you back. Until next time, guys. Bye.